Yo, what's up, everyone? Hope everyone's doing good out there tonight, today, this morning, this afternoon, wherever you are in the world. It's random Friday night live stream. I haven't done a live stream like this for a while. Just had this urge to jump online and come and talk some Star Wars with people. Just had the urge. I like the structure of being able to plan a live stream. But I just had that urge. So, how's everyone doing? How's everyone keeping on this here Friday? It's May, which is ridiculous. It's May the 10th. How's things? Straight out of Coruscant. What's up, man? Glad to hear from you. Glad you could pop in. So obviously, I don't know. Just thought I'd just talk about whatever comes to mind. I guess the big thing is the leak of the HasLab, which is I dare say we'll be hearing the official side of that very, very shortly. That sounds like it was a big slip up. Don't know how much we're allowed to talk about. I suppose it's out there, isn't it? The Mos Eisley Canteen is going to be the next big HasLab. So we'll see. We'll see what happens there. Being it's going to have two versions, a sort of standard version, which is going to display nicely on a shelf by the looks of it, the bar sort of at the front, and then a row of the sort of the walls behind it, as well as like the entryway, the step down. It looks like it's all put sort of stepped together with pegs, not unlike some of the other play sets they've done. I think of like the Tantive Corridor, some of the parts of the Jabba's throne room, and then the deluxe version, which is going to house the front side. So you're going to have the full room by the looks of it, the full bar, cantina. So I'm kind of looking at my shelves thinking, is that going to fit? Is that going to fit? I'm here to find out. Let me just say, I'm here to find out. The old Power of the Force one has served me well for some time. But definitely ready to make room for something a little bit schmicker. And I know that thing's going to be stupidly priced here in Australia. All the US folks are already, pretty devastated about having to pay maybe $400 or $500 for it. But I don't know. In my mind, something that's it's designed by Hasbro. It's made to spec. It's made to scale. All the paintwork's done for you. You don't have to worry about anything. Maybe some sticker decals. Who knows? I doubt it. The Razor Crest, the sail barge, Jabba's throne room. Not really a HasLab, but they all come pre-painted, pre-weathered, all that good stuff. So I doubt we're gonna have to worry about any of that. It's like, yeah, sure, you can 3D print this stuff, but man, you've got to put in some work to get it looking nice. There's a lot of 3D filament printers out there now that are doing some really, really good stuff. But yeah, it's to 3D print that you're looking at taking a lot of time and a lot of paint and effort to getting up to that standard that fits in with your figures if you're really that picky about it. This is second probably to the sail barge, the Mos Eisley Cantina. Like, I'm interested to see what kind of aliens, whether the Hasbro live stream that was meant to happen last week for Star Wars Day, there was they were going to have more vintage figures, but they had to hold them back because the HasLab itself wasn't ready, because they're all going to interact with the HasLab, the Mos Eisley Cantina. So I'm interested to see whether we're going to get some new characters that have yet to be done for the Cantina, or some much needed updates. I look at Hammerhead. Obviously, Hammerhead's coming. That's been pipelined. Characters I'm just sort of peering over. I can't really see. Let me just turn my lights on my shelf so I can kind of glare over. Hey, Tim, how are you, man? Good to hear from you, mate. Hope you're well. I'm thinking of characters like Neighbor and Leeds is like the forearm gas mask guy. or girl. Yeah, Muff Tack. That'd be. I mean, that'd be a deluxe, but it would be cool. You know, the new Cantina band would fit in beautifully. The new Wooha, the bartender. I mean, they've done a Chewbacca with the holiday special. Why could they give us an Akmina? Give me a Krellman. Give me a Krellman figure, the dude that pours the drink in the top of his head from the holiday special. Oh, I got the holiday special. You saw I did a live stream the other day. I talked to Owen, good buddy Owen, formerly, or Canna Freak 7 here on YouTube. And yeah, had a bit of a chat about the holiday special. So I've been thinking about that a fair bit. Bo Sheck, that's another character that could do with an upgrade. Yeah, I don't know. There's quite a few older sort of Cantina related figures now. Garinden would be a good one. You know, I'm still rocking the Power of the Force Garinden, which is getting a little bit old now, but that's okay. But yeah, what do you guys think? I don't know. There's so much potential. I mean, a new Han Solo, Luke, Ben Kenobi, you know, they're all involved in the Cantina. Nice chance to re-release Ponda Baba and Dr. Evazan. They're both, you know, TVC quality still. They're really good. Heard Akmina. I believe that she was like the night shift. So she used to do clothes. Yeah, I think because it's Chalman's Cantina. I think Chalman used to work the morning shift. Wuha worked the midday shift, and then Akmina did the nights. I'm not sure. It's yeah, we're looking at, you know, a space cantina, like a space bar, not a space bar like like on a keyboard, but you know what I'm saying. Yeah, I've had this week off work actually, so I spent a couple of days early in the week just cranking out some videos. Just I'm doing these Phantom Manus weekly videos, daily videos, and yeah, it's been a lot of work. I've still got about 10 or so videos to do, and there's a couple of slots in there that I haven't delegated to a certain subject just yet. So yeah, I'm gonna have to do some shuffling around to fill those days. But yeah, that certainly took a fair bit of the day out recording a lot of videos. I knew it was going to be a lot of work when I decided to do a video every single day for the month of May. I know it was gonna be some work, a lot of taking things off the shelf, quickly filming it and putting it back. But it's been good. It's been good. Like, you know, a lot of good feedback on the videos. You know, people are enjoying the Phantom Menace love. A lot of people got to go and rewatch Phantom Menace in the cinemas this past weekend, and I think it did pretty well, particularly in the US, domestic US. I think it managed to do some good takings for a re-release for a 25-year-old movie, which is really good. I got to go see. I was going to do I did the prequel trilogy, but I bailed after episode 2. Those cinema chairs, I just can't sit on them for as long as I did. It's just started to feel the butt was going to sleep. I'm just going to go home. Just going to go home and veg out. Recently bought the 3.7-inch Black Series Ponda Baba action figure. Haven't set him up there yet. He's good. That's pretty much the same as the TVC. Which I don't think it's. I think that was a re-release in the Black Series because it had come before the 3 3/4 Black Series, and I don't think it's come out again since. So that'd be a nice one to get out, particularly because he came with the alternate hands. So if you're you know, if you're an old school flipper guy or a hand guy, you can switch that over. So that's cool. What else have I been doing this week? Working on my Mandalorian armor. That's been pretty damn good, really. really rewarding actually, of sort of given me a bit of motivation and inspiration to continue this damn thing. Hey, Papa G, what's going on? Good to hear from you, sir. Hope you're doing well this morning. Great to hear from you. But yeah, I do have the rest of the armor is still outside. I've given it a couple of clear coats. So the helmet was the helmet's nice and done. I had to sort of pull it apart a little bit so I could mask off the visor in order to give it a couple of coats of clear, just to seal everything nicely. I weathered it this morning. And it's come out pretty nice. I know it's not going to may not show up all the details or anything, but yeah, it's just a Black Series Din Djarin Mandalorian helmet, and I've gone with it's called a metallic teal. It's a Rust-Oleum spray color. It's in some lights it looks more blue, some lights it looks more green, which is cool because it's it's gonna sort of change depending on what sort of room and environment you're in. But I'm actually really happy. Some of these things I've tried for the first time, like the paint chips, that was a case of, obviously I took everything off. Like these bits are still, original silver paint. I masked off the front, like around the T-visor there, removed all those bits on the sides. So then I could do it all. Gave it a spray, gave it all a primer coat, then a metallic silver to sort of bring out that, so I knew it was going to have a nice undercoat. And then once I'd done that, I found this stuff called liquid latex. It was about $10. It almost feels like it's just like Aquadeer wood glue. It's got the same smell. It may very much be the same thing, just in a fancy label saying liquid latex, but no, I think it is a little bit different. So yeah, I was able to sort of drop that in there and in sections, just sort of paste it on there. It comes in a little squirty bottle, so you can sort of just squirt it on and just sort of paste it around. So I got it in some places where I thought some chipping and paint weathering would look cool. In some corners, some little nicks and stuff on the top. And then like a scratch mark, like a beast has come and just like scratched down the back of his helmet. So I thought that looked pretty good. And then yeah, today did the weathering. You can sort of see the sort of dirt that's sort of settled into the cracks. So that's pretty much been my project for the week, is trying to get the armor sort of painted. I do still have to assemble the gauntlets. But to have them all sort of painted up, and then obviously I'm going to have to touch it up at some point, like once I've finished, hinging the gauntlets, working out how I'm going to, so they could sort of clam around my arms and then connect them, whether I do a Velcro or magnets or, yeah, haven't quite decided what I'm going to do there just yet. But yeah, and then it's literally just going to have to be like little touch-up bits of paint, and I can wear that up a little bit, make it look a little bit worn. So yeah, my next big step is to buy the undersuit. There's some great people on Etsy that do a lot of stuff. So I'm going to be checking that out. Hopefully I can put an order in for that this week coming. I think they're based in Pakistan, so I was expecting that to be a really long time, but people are saying it's been getting to the US in like 6 or 7 days, which is really, really cool. Because once that's here, I can make sure that's all going to fit nice, and then I can start doing the Velcro to put in the places where the armor is going to sit on me. And yeah, then I'm not really sure what kind of steps I'm going to take next. There's other little bits I need, like gloves, boots. I want to do some kind of like neck sort of I don't know what you call it, bit like Cobb Vanth wears, almost like a loose bandana sort of wrapped around the neck, and then something that sort of drapes over a shoulder, just to give it a little bit more individuality. Because my idea is that he's going to be like a covert Mandalorian, sort of almost patchy. I think most of the armor is going to be sort of the same color. A lot of people that are doing covert Mandos are doing like one chest plate will be like a different color to the rest. And, I could still play with that idea at some point. Whether I, take a chest piece and make that a different kind of blue, or more blue or more green or something, just to make it look a little bit more patchy. So yeah, there's definitely a lot I can do with this in the future. So I'm excited, but I'm really, really, really happy with how the helmet's looking. Do you know what, Tim? When I went to see Phantom Menace back in 1999, I had to pee by the middle of the movie, but managed to hold it until the movie was over. I went to the bathroom before leaving my house that day. Oh, we've all been there. Oh man, there's nothing worse than going to a movie on opening night and getting halfway through, and you've bought a Coke or something and you've drunken it like way too soon. But yeah, if you have the strength and the ability to snap off and hold on to that, kick that hose, that's always good. Just thinking about other figures I've picked up and stuff. Not really a lot. I lie. This did show up yesterday. I got this on eBay. Nice Power of the Force set. So this will be sort of the focus of one of the episodes of Power of the Force Friday come June, which would be cool. I never had these before. I've got modern versions of them all. I don't know if they've done an Arvel Krynid in modern. They've got a couple of B-Wing pilots. Is he B-Wing? Doesn't say. A-Wing pilot. I've got a couple of A-Wing pilots. I've definitely got the updated 10 Num and Wedge. But yeah, I don't know about Arvel Krynid. I'm just trying to see which. It's hard to tell until I take his helmet off. But yeah, I don't recall having any pilots with that kind of helmet. But that's cool. Yeah, this is an international sort of release. It's got the Takara Tomy sticker on the back. So that's cool. What does it say on the back here? So for generations, an evil power has spread throughout the galaxy. It began with Darth Sidious's sinister plot to conquer the planet Naboo, and peaked with the Empire's domination of the galaxy. Throughout this era, brave starfighter pilots flew into space to fight this power. Naboo pilots braved impossible odds to save their planet from the superior forces of the Trade Federation. Years later, X-Wing pilot Wedge Antilles, B-Wing pilot 10 Num, 9 Num's brother, he's 1 year older, can you tell? And A-Wing pilot Arvel Krynid were part of the assault on the second Death Star. The success of the Battle of Endor released the Emperor's iron grip from the galaxy. So yeah, it comes with a cool looking base. It's one of those cinema scenes, it comes with the base, and then you cut the image out of the back, and you can just slot that into the groove. But yeah, I probably won't worry about any of that. But that's cool. I'm excited. I'm just looking at all the ties that are in there. I remember when they used to put a million cable ties in, and they're all like twisted up a million times. So yeah, I'm gonna have to get a little bit fancy with my editing coming time to do the video on that. So that's just going to sit up there for the moment. Now, I was lucky my brother decided to wait until the second week Phantom Menace was playing in theaters. It was playing in a brand new theater, which was empty by the second week. Yeah, right. Wow. Yeah, some of my videos that I've been doing with the episode 1 figures, I've sort of mentioned that You know, figures, if you sort of keep them for long enough, they kind of get that sort of sticky, icky plastic, which is goddamn annoying. It really is. I never really had that issue before until I managed, like, last year, when I was able to get all my collection out of storage again and having them all sort of in tubs and stuff for, well, it was 12, 18 months, I think. A lot of the figures, when they come out, they were just sort of sticky. And I'm sort of just going through now and sort of picking them out, because I worked out if you put them through the dishwasher with a, with a dishwashing tablet, I put them in the cutlery basket and run them through the dishwasher, and they come out beautiful, nice and pristine. So yeah, I've had to do quite a few of the episode 1 figures. Some I've just put in there for fun. And yeah, when I was doing the live stream the other day, I've got a shelf of figures next to me. Let's see. We've got some Legends Expanded Universe stuff there. I was just sort of looking across, and Ram Koda from the Force Unleashed it was standing out to me, because I could just see like dust just sticking to his head and armor. So I've taken him off the shelf. I haven't sort of given this figure a good look for a lot of years. So I went and gave him a nice bath in the dishwasher. Yes, it is Tim. Yeah, Force Unleashed. Yeah, from 2000 and let's say 2008, the first one, and then 2010 or 11 was Force Unleashed 2. But yeah, main character being Egon. Never mind. I'll show you the original Starkiller, which is easier to grab now than throwing the other one on the floor. So there's Galen Marek, Starkiller, Vader's secret apprentice. But the story's no longer canon, but it's still really, really cool. But yeah, Ram Koda was a character from the Force Unleashed 1. He was basically a Jedi that had taken on a rebel insurgent group, like a bunch of rebels. Like, he had a rebel cell of his own, and Starkiller was basically ordered by Vader to go and kill him. His mission kind of failed. He managed to get rid of him, and blind him in the process. But yeah, he wasn't able to kill him. And then later, as Vader sort of, gets Starkiller sort of out of the way, Galen Marek then seeks out, Ram Koda to become a mentor for him. And yeah, he's blinded. And that's where I love the sort of parallels between Ram Koda and Kanan Jarrus. Both. Ram Koda is probably a little bit older. And I love on the back here, he's got the. I mean, you're not going to sheath a bladed lightsaber like that, but in the game, he sort of had his hilt sort of tucked in the back. It's very samurai inspired, which is fantastic. The top knot, obviously passed a few things down to Kanan Jarrus from Rebels, which is cool. And yeah, the whole blinded Jedi having to find his path again, find his way. Really good story. But I'd love to see an update of this figure, to be honest. I think that would be really, really cool. Even a blind version. So yeah, it's nice. I've been able to, the shoulder pauldrons they were sort of only just pegged on before with quite weak glue, and obviously the glue had sort of weakened over the years. So when I put him through the dishwasher, they just sort of fell off. So had to glue them back on. But that was fine. Yeah, the soft goods on the sleeves there. That looks cool. I just like that utilitarian sort of look. I never got any of his. I think there were a couple of his Rebel Militia. There were a couple of figures of his Rebel Militia, but yeah, never did get any of those. I don't recall. I can't even think. I think there was. Um, but yeah, he's very cool. Another figure from Force Unleashed, Proxy. Would love to see this guy in a little bit more detail come to Black Series. I think that'd be cool. Yeah, he's got a little bit of stickiness to him as well. Yeah, he's going to go in the pile, the dishwasher pile. Funny that Luke Skywalker was originally called Luke Circular. He was indeed. Well, they gave me great Shea Vizsla. Shea Vizsla's a good figure. I think I got two because I got the newer one and the older one. One of them's got the helmet on, and yeah, they're cool figures. It does look so. Oh yeah, that's why I like it. I don't know. I like the. I don't want to put him back on the shelf. He's too cool. This guy came out in 2007 as part of the 30th anniversary collection. So yeah, he's old by today's standards, but for the most part, he still holds up. He's got all the sort of most of the modern articulation. He's got the swivel legs, which these days they'd be all ball jointed, and the wrists are only at the forearm, so there's no sort of wrist articulation there. But for the most part, I think this figure still sort of holds up. Even the face detail, it's not bad for 2007. Which shouldn't be as long ago as it is. It's, I don't know. That was sort of peak collecting time for me. I mean, now is also peak collecting time. Like, it hasn't really slowed down. But yeah, there was great stuff out back then. Yeah, Force Unleashed was some cool stuff. There's the dark side version of Starkiller, where he continues his fall through the dark side. And they just announced a Hot Toys version of this guy in his more sort of Sith Stalker armor. Whereas this one, he's kind of, I don't know, bit of a beast. I can't believe the HasLab got leaked. I know, man. I know it's rough. I hate to be any sort of employee that's on the bad end of that email, or whatever someone did to slip up. It was probably just a simple click of a button, and moderating the web page and trying to do stuff behind the scenes, and someone's just accidentally activated the page, and people happen to be on there at the time, just sort of looking around and going, "Oh, here it is!" Screenshot, and it's just like, "Oh, jeebus!" Now it's not the first time leaks have happened. It happens all the time. Unfortunately, a big project like this, it would be in their best interest as a company to reveal this on their own time when it is ready to do so. Yeah, it's very, very unfortunate. I do feel for the guys there at the Star Wars team. I hope no one, hopefully it's just a behind the scenes clerical error, something that's just, completely unfortunate, and no one's going out to do anything. But it's leaked now. They've sort of got to come out and still got to sell it, and announce it as a brand new thing that no one knows about. It's the cat's out of the bag, essentially. It's yeah. Oh, Jake, I know, right? I was really hoping Geelong would come back and sort that game out. I really did. I just watched up to the end of the third quarter, and yeah, they got within 3 goals. So that's my girlfriend's a Geelong supporter, so she's gutted, and I'm one-eyed Adelaide. So, oh, it was a goal, man. Oh, dude, a freaking goal. Sorry, I'm just looking at the scores here. Oh man, geez, they almost got back. They almost got back. I would have, being one-eyed Adelaide, I would have loved to have seen Port lose that game. How are you, Jake? Good to hear from you, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Well, I'd rather wait now to be sure it'll happen. You think they'll announce it next week? I think they're going to have to. At least, it depends how long their intention to delay it was from the May the 4th announcement when they initially were going to, where they're going to do the release of the HasLab and get it all going. I guess like if they were like, oh, it needs another week, it needs another 2 weeks to, finalize some details. Who knows? But maybe it's a case of, well, let's put this out there, and we just have to go, look, we're going to have to show you from an earlier step in the production process and go, well, we'll keep you updated. This is going to change. This is going to change. We've had to release this now. We've had to announce this now because yada, yada, yada. And just sort of, they've always said HasLab is a good way to sort of be open about the process with all the buyers, so they can kind of say, you get a sneak peek into the production and how things work. So it's just, they may have to just alter their game plan just a little bit in terms of the announcement. But I wouldn't be surprised if we hear from it very soon. Because I'm just trying to think. There was a leak. No, someone slipped up. I think it might have been good old Patrick. I think he may have goofed up, maybe on the Razor Crest. No, it was the Rancor. No, he goofed up and he spilt the beans on the Rancor, and he was meant to say HasLab, and because obviously it was a live thing, and he just spat out Rancor, and it was just like, oh, Rancor. Okay, not that did them any help anyway. That thing didn't fund. But I'm interested to see what are you thinking of the Cantina anyway? What are your thoughts on the Cantina? Is Crom is good. But I don't know. It's got to be a tricky situation to be in from a marketing corporate standpoint. I don't know. Not sure how to think and feel about it at the moment. I've just seen some leaked images. Everyone and their dog have been posting about it on Instagram and putting all the leaked screenshots out there, and everyone's sort of jumping the gun on conclusions, and because the price is off on the website too for the two different tiers of the non-deluxe, the deluxe, or the standard and the deluxe. There's a lot of people that are already deciding, no, I'm not paying that. They're not paying $400 for the standard. They're not paying $490 for the deluxe or whatever it is. So that's each to their own. I think the real diehards will get this thing. I really do. And 8 figures with it apparently. So that's a good bunch of figures. Patrick spilled the beans on the Rancor. He's working on the Indiana Jones line. He's now a product manager of the Nerf toys. That's right. Yeah. Yeah, well, I think the Indiana Jones line, it was good, but it definitely had an end in sight. I think it was definitely always going to be a sort of short term, couple of years. I'll be interested to see whether they bring it back, because there's still some characters they could have done. They clearly ignored number 4. But I got started on the indie figures, and I sort of pulled out pretty early on. I just I can't get into something else at the moment. Yeah, to feel for Patrick about that. I've seen the leaked images, but it looks a bit small for a HasLab, and details look a bit strange. Heard about the 8 figures, but boss said it wasn't a thing. Said that this wasn't a thing. Okay. I don't know. Everyone can speculate as much as they want at the moment. I suppose it's, based on the leaked images. I mean, I kind of look at the size of the thing, and I don't know. Let's see if we can find them. I don't. if they tell me to delete it. Um, HasLab Cantina. Bear with me, folks. I'm just seeing if there's some leaky voice. Yes, there is. Let me bring up an image. All right. Now, what I'm going to do is going to hide that. Share screen. Yeah, I don't know. I'm looking at the just sort of looking at the details here. I might just sort of bump that into full screen. There we go. And kind of look at the details here. Like, I don't know, I'm looking at the stools. Let's see where my cursor is. Obviously, we can't click on those other images. This is just a screenshot of this particular thing. I'm looking at all the cups. You know, we've sort of seen all these cups and drink containers and stuff with the Navarro Cantina, and again in Jabba's Palace. I can kind of see a good array of figures sort of standing around here and sort of crowding around this floor area. You know, it's quite an open space. Depending on your shelf space, of course, you know, that sort of changes things. Down the bottom here on the uprights, you can kind of see the holes in the side. So you're going to have, you know, another archway like on this side of the bar for the deluxe one. And that will attach onto there, so you can have, you know, both those exits. And I dare say we'll get, you know, some more of the, you'll get the other side, so you get 1, 2, 3 flipped and mirrored, so they join up and then end up at the doorway there with the other corner joining up with the stair rail there. I think it's a good size personally. This sort of exterior piece at the back here, I'm not sure what's going on there. That looks like a little, you know, whether that's like a separate piece you can display as the exterior. For my mind, this is going to be displayed very nicely on like a big open coffee table, which is probably what I'm going to do. But yeah, in terms of the bar, just looking at all the tapware, the piping. If you get really clever and you decide to do a little bit of a roof and some lighting rigs, you could definitely illuminate that. If illumination isn't part of it already, they haven't done that yet. I know there were a lot of rumors about the Razor Crest having some light up features, but that didn't end up eventuating. But the alcoves, and it looks like these little tables here, which they've done before, with some figures from like the Saga Collection 30th anniversary. They've come with little tables. I don't recall. I don't think these stools have been seen. These little sort of squat stools here, but these little tables, they've been done. So I dare say they'll be the same, and you'll be able to pull in your old little stools and tables in amongst and populate the cantina a little bit more. I'm definitely intrigued. I'm sort of keeping on like the little ornate patterns around the archway, and you can sort of see there's some like chip away there at the wall. So there appears to be some nice details in here. I think there's this sort of wall ornament thing there in the middle of the big circle, but it looks to have the sort of the wear and tear. I dare say the doorway has got the little droid scanner. So yeah, I don't know. I'm intrigued. So I'm just going to go through the comments here. What figures do you hope it comes with? That is a very, very good question. Let me remove that. I would like new stuff. I would like some updates. Like if we can go 50-50, we can go 50-50 and like split some redos. I was saying earlier in the stream that I'd love to see an update to like Garandon. I'm looking over Wuha. I feel like is going to be a figure that comes with it. Like you can't have a bar without the bartender, unless you're doing a little bit of a Mandalorian theme, and then you can get the EV-99 droids. In which case, Dr. Mandible, please. I want my Dr. Mandible. Yeah, Muff Tack, Cabe, Hammerhead, which is pipelined. Yeah, Neighbouring Leeds is another good one. Give us a blue Snaggletooth. Make that the HasLab exclusive, like a blue Snaggletooth, like a modern blue Snaggletooth on a classic card. That'd be great for the TVC purists. You know, make that the HasLab exclusive figure. Can't get that one anywhere else. Maybe these other figures will pop up outside of it later on. We'll see. Who knows? They already have a mini Black Series canteen that came with Obi-Wan, Pondabar, and Dr. Evazan, so if they include the figures other than those three, they'll be doing very good. Yeah, that was a bit of a bust, that playset. I never got that one. Only because they just didn't do anything else with it. Like, it was just one. Alcoves look pretty good. I'm all about the alcove. I'm a big alcove guy. I like my alcoves. That'd be good for the deluxe. I didn't realize it'd be another one flipped. I think that's what the go is. Based on the sort of some of the other sort of screenshots from the web page that I saw. The page I literally just brought up was the one I just found quickly through a Google search. But yeah, it looked like there was going to be like a standard release and then a deluxe. So you're going to be able to fill the room up and have both sides. So, and yeah, I think it's going to be cool. I think it's going to look good. No, I want a coffee table. My coffee table has the Falcon in it. Oh, it's beautiful. Can never have enough coffee. Parents used to have a coffee table. Always got coffee tables. Yeah, I've always had coffee tables in the house. I mean, I put other things on it, obviously. Like, I don't want to get all Mrs. Glick from The Simpsons. No, just coffee. Before Dad died, we never got another one. Tried to talk my mother into buying another one, but she said no. Wooher, both tonicas. Look, tonicas, you know, I think if you're going to get them out in any way, shape, or form, this is going to be the only way to do it. I don't think you get the tonicas in a mainline at all. I can see them peg warming like hard. Like there's not enough compared to casual collectors. There's not enough diehards out there that will, you know, pull them off of shelves. The casuals just won't touch them with a 10-foot pole. They've no interest. I don't think. But yeah, that'll be good. I think Hasbro are very aware that the Tonica sisters have made a lot of people's lists. I never voted for them, but you know, not to say I wouldn't have them in the collection. They're ideal for a Cantina playset. Perfect. But yeah, Hammerhead, Luke, Ben, Han Solo, Chewbacca, Dr. Mandible, Jar Jar surely. Oh, is he? Maybe an old Jar Jar. Maybe he's got the old cat with catfish whiskers by then. He's just sort of hanging around on Tatooine again. The son doing murder to Hisa Skin. They do put new Solo, Luke, Greedo in this set. Greedo, yes. Could do with a new Greedo. Hope they release them separately too. Yeah. I think characters like Han Solo, Luke Skywalker, even Greedo, I think they could go mainline for sure. And you could sell them individually afterwards, maybe on a separate card, like maybe have a Cantina themed card for the playset and then put them out on, individual separate New Hope cards, like the classic vintage New Hope cards later. But yeah, I'm interested. I'm interested and intrigued. Like, it wasn't really a surprise. I sort of, my initial thing was when they said there was going to be a HasLab, but my initial thought was, oh, it's going to be the Marauder from Bad Batch, being that was the the thing that was airing at the time. But it didn't take me long to change my tune and go, you know what, Cantina. They've always said that they like play sets that sets and displays that inhibit a lot of characters, a lot of figures. Gets a lot of people buying more figures for it, and the Sail Barge did that. Despite the last couple of 4-packs being impossible to get, that last 4-pack are just there's no way I'm getting that for under $300 now. It's ridiculous. So yeah, if anyone out there has got the hook up there, sing out, let me know. What else? Yeah, the Razor Crest obviously had a good slew of characters sort of come out to sort of surround that vehicle as well. And yeah, I just didn't think the Havoc Marauder would have that. Would have been a perfect way to get the rest of the Bad Batch out in one hit. And a few extras like, oh, I don't know. I mean, the Ghost, yeah, sure, maybe we'll see. The Ghost is, it's got the base sort of crew, but maybe we'll see. Maybe a young Leia. We've got the Rebels animated version of young Leia right here. So realistic version of Leia to sort of go with the Ghost crew. Although the Ghost is very much focused on Ahsoka. It's branded as Ahsoka. I think Mr. Stevie put up a photo with the box. And yeah, it's branded as an Ahsoka sort of product. Given the marketed with the Rebels, Puffer Pigs, put some Puffer Pigs in there, put Lando in there. I'm just sort of looking at my Rebels shelf. Cicatro Vizago. A couple of repaints of Chopper. He did repaint his stuff. You managed to pre-order the Ahsoka and Droid 4-pack. No, I want to. I haven't found anywhere that's selling it here yet. I think it's probably going to end up having to come from Amazon internationally, because I don't even think it's up on Amazon Australia, which is frustrating. It's a little weird sort of figures like that just completely miss the boat here. It's a strange one, but I'll track it down. I would like that pack. Don't need another Ahsoka, but for the droids, yeah. But that might be like a little bit later when it's on Amazon and the price has gone down. People are receiving. Wow, I haven't seen anyone post about them yet, but that's cool. I do like that pack. I think it's good. Again, not an essential one for me, but I would like it. Yeah, lots of stuff coming out. I mean, it's been a lot of pre-orders coming that I haven't organized myself to get hold of yet. I'm sort of just buying stuff as it comes out at the moment. But I'd love to get back on track with pre-orders and have it all sort of ready to go when they come in. But that's my lack of organization more than anything. But yeah, what's everyone else doing up to on the weekend? Anyone got any new figures this week you want to talk about? Any Star Wars pickups? Like I said, it's been a little bit quiet. There's been a couple of like the 2 Black Series 2-packs, the 501st Legion and the 332nd Trooper still hasn't come out down here. What else? Yeah, we're sort of in the middle of an onslaught. I think towards end of May, start of June, there's going to be an onslaught of new product, particularly with the Acolyte starting. We're going to get all those figures coming out. Which I'm just going to stick with the Black Series for the Acolyte. So far, they've been, they've announced five of the characters, whereas TVC's only had 2. So like Andor, I know which scale I'm going to go for them. Anything new for the shelves? What have I picked up recently? I recently did a review on Raw and Korob from the 30th anniversary collection from the Clone Wars. R5D4 from the Vintage Collection from Mandalorian. He showed up early this week, late last week. So he got a review done for him. Hu Yang came in yesterday from Vintage Collection, so he's got a review coming up, say tonight. It might even be up now. It is up now. Couldn't remember when I scheduled that for, but yeah, that's up now. So if you haven't seen that one, go check it out. That went live. Yeah, about 2 hours ago, I think. So, and what else? I did show this earlier in the stream, but the Power of the Force Rebel Pilots pack. I'm saving this one for next month. So I'm going to do a little bit of a return to Power of the Force Fridays and do a little bit of an unboxing with that one. I've been going back and picking up some of the original Phantom Menace figures. Nice. They're nice and cheap to find, aren't they? There's a few. CO Bibble goes for stupid money now. I've seen like just random politician beard guy, and he goes for stupid money. I don't know why. But yeah, I'm glad I picked him up when I did. Got that Disney Store TC14. Nice. That looks good. I watched Only One Kenobi's little overview of it. And it does. It looks really good. I'm still pretty content with the original version, the VAC metallized one. So I'm kind of cool. I might get it at some point because I can get it from the Disney Store in Asia. Because we don't have our own Disney stores here in Australia, so we got to buy from the Asian site, which is fine because it only ends up being about 28, 29 bucks, which is still less than retail here, which is ridiculous. But it does look like a really nice figure. But yeah, that's one you could probably pick up and add to the New Hope shelf. Last figure I got was Django. Still waiting for the Hu Yang wave. Oh, hopefully arrive shortly. Django, what do you think of Django, Nicholas? That was a really good one. I was pretty impressed. So that's cool. I realize the Comtech links are, you know what? They are, but they're also even better. You can't see it, but I have hanging off that rail, I have a chain with about 20 of them on there. And to wear that thing, it's like Phantom Menace bling. I should have wore it on Star Wars Day last week to work, but I wore my Jar Jar Binks tie instead. That was good fun. I've sent you my haul to your Instagram on message. Awesome. Let me have a look. We're going live. We're looking. Accept. Oh, nice. You got a signed Chewie. And that's Jonas. That looks like Jonas' signature to me. That's cool. I like that. The Black Series. I'm just going to show you the screen. Black Series Biker Scout. Captain Tarpals. Love Captain Tarpals. A Greedo bobblehead. Oh, pre-Funko days. And desk clock. That's cool. I haven't seen the clock before. Very nice. That's good haul. Yeah, the signed Chewie. That's killer, man. That's really cool. Yeah, I like the Greedo bobblehead. That's cool. Yeah, that's from about 2007, I reckon, based on the packaging. 2007, 30th anniversary. Awesome stuff. Good looking figure. Surprised by how little movement there is in the head. Obviously not a deluxe figure, but got him for a good price. Yeah, no, it didn't need to be deluxe at all, did it? The Django. No, that could have been they could have just gone on a nice Django Fett Geonosis card. Anyway, did he come with? Yeah, he came with the Geonosis jetpack. If they had been deluxe, they could have given him. Yeah, they could have given him both jetpacks. But I also noticed watching Attack of the Clones the other night, when I was at the cinemas, I noticed while during the fight on Camino with Obi-Wan, Django hasn't got the rangefinder on his helmet. So yeah, I never noticed that before. Whether it was meant to be just for that, or whether it got knocked off earlier in the duel that I missed, I don't know. But yeah, the whole scene where they're like flipping around and yeah, Attack of the Clones retro Padme looks awesome. Gutted it's not a TVC release. Give it time, my friend. Give it time. Now that they've got a card image, that thing will come out. They've got that Black Series one to re-release from 2013, 2014. Because we've had the Anakin. They've made a point of those Black Series figures just sort of drip feeding them out over the years. They're getting them all out there on vintage cards again. Anakin example, that was the one that came out like a year and a half ago. Padme's going to come. Padme will be there. It will be there. It will come in. I promise. I'm praying that it will not become a scar. No, that's a really good Padme figure. Too. I love the card back on the retro one. I think it looks really good. Weren't really too many other hints on the retros as to what else could come out. Maybe a re-release of General Grievous. We'll see. I think Grievous is getting up there in price now, like the TVC Grievous. Which would be a nice one to keep on card because when you take him off the card, he doesn't stand up anyway. What else was there? There was Sun Fac. Now they did that little line of Legacy Collection Build-A-Droid that came on the weird. It was like a line. It was like a line that was never. It was cancelled before it was released, and we got a bunch of them out here in Australia, and there were some re-releases in there. But Sun Fac, the Geonosian, it was weird. I'm trying to think. There's Pablo Gil was another one, another Jedi from the Black Series that could get a card. He's quite a big figure, so he'd probably get on a deluxe, which is annoying. Nothing else jumping out at me at the moment, but yeah. No, I think Padme is going to be a pretty solid, incoming figure. I wouldn't stress too much about that one. I think that's a no-brainer. Yes. That's the one, Jake. Good memory. Very good memory. Yes, they were. Because one of the builder droids was Count Dooku's little pilot droid that he has in his ship at the end of Attack of the Clones. I can't remember the other one. Sort of looking over at the builder droid, I've got a Jawa sitting on my New Hope shelf, and he's sort of just surrounded by builder droid parts. So I'm thinking it's one of those because I never got the whole wave of those figures, so I never finished the droid. I think you can buy them on Tunghori, actually, that droid, the builder droid. But yeah, memories. Yeah, I used to remember all this stuff, man. Like, I used to have, it was like an encyclopedia of Star Wars action figure knowledge in the back of my brain. But yeah, time slips away so quick. It's harder to go back and remember that kind of stuff now. It's still pretty good. I'll admit. I don't want to brag about my knowledge, but I forget how to do normal life stuff. But yeah, just trying to think what else. Attack of the Clones-ish. Yeah, no, I can't remember much else of that line. That was, very short-lived. I think, Anakin was released in there. I think there was like the 212th. Yeah, there was a 212th clone. There was a battle droid, a Geonosian battle droid. You know what? I'm going to go. Because now that I'm thinking about it, I need to go and fix my brain so I can let it rest for once and for all. There we go. The Legacy Collection Droid Factory. 2015 cancelled assortment. So yeah, there was the FA4 droid factory, which contained 212th Battalion Clone Trooper, a battle droid, Luminara Unduli, that's right, Pablo Gil, Sand Trooper, and Sunfac. And then there was the TC-70 droid factory, which contained Anakin Skywalker, the Biker Scout, the Clone Trooper Sergeant, Padme Amidala, R2-D2, and TIE Fighter Pilot. Yeah, the Amazon exclusive action figure set came with the 2 droids. Yeah, the TC-70 was Jabba the Hutt's protocol droid from the Clone Wars movie, which I have in... Yeah, Blake, you're absolutely right. Hey, Blake, how you going, man? Yes, exactly right, which I do have the animated version of, but not the live action. So that was the droid, yes. Missed it on Tunghori. I'm going to do a little Tunghori search while we're here. Should I broadcast it? Should I put it up on the screen so everybody can enjoy looking at Tunghori? I think I will. There we have it. Let's go shop now. Well, let's see. I don't know if there's anything new on here. Well, there's the HasLab Mandalorian. All the Jawa elders back up there. I tried to get on that like a week ago when I saw that people were getting them from Tunghori. And I was like, oh, I better get on that. That's the exclusive Razor Crest version. Which I may have to get on that this week. Black Hole Hologram, Legacy Collection, Luke Skywalker comic pack. Dolte Dauphine, that was a really good TVC figure. Kyle Katarn, damn, missed out on him too. What we got? Yeah, an incomplete Rump Slag. He hasn't got his helmet or backpack by the looks of it. Zuckus is missing his skirt. So that's the thing with Tunghori. Sometimes it'll be missing parts. Yeah, Montrose, the Mandalorian there, incomplete. They're missing a couple of weapons by the looks of things. $80. Yeah, this is obviously coming up in Australian dollars. So yeah, some Clone Wars Boba Fett. I've missed that one. Padme Amidala, I might have to go with that one. That's a Clone Wars figure I've missed. Yeah, I probably don't check on here as often as I should. You know, Grand Admiral Thrawn, I remember getting that for $5. They've still got some good figures on here, whether they're available. All kicks. Naked Ula, not available anyway. Anakin, that's a good Anakin. Dr. Afra, Ayla Secura, Barriss Offee. What did everyone think of Tales of the Empire last week? I thought that was freaking fantastic. Ewoks. What do we got there? We still got Chief Chirper. Oh, he does have Chief Chirper. That's one Ewok I do need. Would like to get that destroyed R2 as well, but the Ugnaught. I'd love to get those Ugnaughts from the Legacy Collection. They could do with a re-release. Yeah. Oh, where are we going? Yeah, I would like to get that Lando again. The Skiff Guard. I never got the TVC, the most recent TVC version of that Lando. The Spider Assassin droid. That's cool. That's the carbonized one. Darth Plagueis is up. Oh, that'd be a good one. That's another Black Series 3.75 that could go on a vintage card quite easily. It's a nice classic R2-D2 there. The nice vac metal dome. Yeah, I can't look at old clones anymore. It's just too painful. They're just too bad. Yeah, some cool stuff. Oh, Commander Jet. One I desperately want. Still need that droid too, that astromech. Rise of Boba Fett astromech there, the R8B7. Wedge, I still need that Snowspeeder Wedge too. So that's the droid. That's the FA4. Yeah, $10.99. It's like I'm making them dance. Sorry, I'm very easily distracted here. R5D8, R5D4, Commander Lock. That's another one I'd like to get a hold of. Just a repaint of Cody. That Dagobah landing Luke is still one of the best Luke Skywalker figures out there in 375. There you go, Ponda Baba, Dr. Evazan, both out of stock. Really nice figures though. Some of these figures, really cheap. Din Djarin there, $10. Lando's missing his cape, but it's $6. Little Annie there, and that's the photo real version as well by the looks of it. $7.99. Empire Yoda, $9. Bad Batch Rex. Where did he go? Right there. That's not even too bad. That's I never got that 4-pack either. Shore Troopers. There's some cool stuff. Yeah, that's another one of those Bad Batch 4-pack figures. I did only end up recently getting the Hauser figure. Take it easy, man. Good to see you. Glad you could pop in for a little bit. Don't trust Tung Hori at all anymore. Last couple of orders have been dodgy and they never respond to emails. No, they don't respond to anything. Unless you forget to pay, then they want to know what's going on. I can't say I've had any issues though. Yeah, Barris's arc was wonderful. Yeah, Tales of the Jedi was always going to be hard to beat, but yeah, it was nice to particularly close the door on Barris's story to a degree. I think that was really well done. Yeah, Ballast, later known as Hauser. Yeah. There's George. Baron Papanoida. George's daughter. Chi Ekwe. I don't have either of those figures. They deserve a home on my Revenge of the Sith shelf. Yeah, there's the TC-70 Build-A-Droid Factory. Not in stock. That's okay. Star Tours droid, yes. He's still got these. I've always wanted to grab. I've never had any of these. The Republic Clone Trooper training gear. I always thought if I just buy 5 of them and then change the markings, that would work. But yeah, a few more to look through here. Yeah, you go browse there at your own will. Phase 2 Rex. Arc Trooper Jesse. What a guy. What an absolute standout character. What a fantastic name. Yeah. It's always fun to have a look there and see what's going on. But yeah, anyway, guys, I just thought I'd pop in for a little while. I hope you're all doing well. You've had a fantastic evening. Yeah, I've kind of just hit a brick wall, but I've got this out there. I had this urge to talk some Star Wars with people. So anyone out there, I appreciate you coming and hanging out with me for a little while. It was a good hour. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Yeah, we'll see you again very soon. And again, got a video every single day coming up on my channel for May, and then there's just some other figure reviews and stuff sprinkled in there. So yeah, hope you all have a fantastic weekend, and we'll see you next time. May the Force be with you.